everyone and welcome back. If it's your first time, welcome to Crafty Girls. I have got a roll of burlap and I thought I would try that on a little tray with some UV resin and a cute little fairy sticker. So let's see how it turns out. This I just added in, it's me mixing up my gypsunite. I used a green mica, which didn't really show up very well, a red pigment and some gold craft paint. My red dye tends to come out pink, so I definitely need to get a decent red pigment. The gold I put in just so that we would have a little bit of glittery fun in the tray, so I let it set. Here I am unmolding it, and you can see the gold has come out really nicely, but like I said, the red is more pink. But I wasn't too worried about it because I was going to give it a bit of a facelift with my burlap, which we call hessian, and a pretty little fairy sticker. So there, my tray was ready. It had been standing for a couple of days, nice and dry. When I was in the shop the other day, I saw these. They are, I'm going to call it hessian. I know some people call it burlap. I'm just going to call it hessian. They're little rolls of ribbon and they've got designs on them. So I thought this would be quite nice to try out on a tray with some UV resin as a sealing on it so that it would be nice and shiny. So I chose the one that's got the little ivy, holly and ivy. I think that's what it is. The others were, I didn't think were going to match as well as that one. And my little fairy stickers, they are UV DTF stickers, and I love using these UV DTF stickers. They are so nice. They don't need, if your item is shiny and smooth, you don't have to have a base coat of anything to use them. You can stick them straight onto, like I'm using now, I'm using my gypsunite tray, which is really smooth, so the stickers stick perfectly to it. So here I am just rounding the edges so that I can make sure it fits nicely. So basically I was just cutting that out to position it so that I knew how far down I was going to put the hessian ribbon. Here is my Mod Podge. I keep a plastic packet over the top because otherwise it gets stuck to the lid, and every time I try and take it off, it's quite a mission. So here I am just measuring around so that I can cut the actual hessian. So I will fast forward this so that you don't have to sit and watch me cutting out. I wanted this to be the same angle as the tray. I didn't want it just to be flat across. So I made sure that I got the angle of the actual tray on both of them because I wanted to join the two together. So I was just marking out here with a pen so that I knew where to cut it, so that half of it was the hessian and half of it didn't have the hessian, and it was going to have the little fairy sitting at the bottom of the tray. So basically just making sure that it's halfway, and I taped it off with some sticky tape so that I didn't get the Mod Podge on the bottom half of the tray because I just wanted to stick the hessian strips down so that they were positioned before I put on my little fairy sticker. I sped this up as well because I'm sure you don't want to watch me painting on my Mod Podge. I'm sure you've seen that a million times, so I thought I would save you. So here I am just sticking it down, making sure the corners are all stuck down nicely, because obviously you don't want any lifting when you are putting on the UV resin. So I was just making sure that all the corners and things were stuck down, and now I'm going over it with a coat of the Mod Podge. My sticky tape is still there because like I said, I didn't want to get too much Mod Podge on the bottom half of the actual tray, and I'm making it quite thick because the hessian is holy. It's got holes in it, holy. So I wanted to make sure that the actual Mod Podge went into the fabric and all the little holes in the actual hessian, and also between and around in the corner, just to make sure that there was quite a nice thickish coat so that it stuck down nicely. So here I just sped this up so that I could just show the final result of it, nice and smooth and ready to dry. So here I am going to be taking the top layer off the bottom layer. Your UV DTF stickers have, like I said, there's actually 3 layers. It's your top layer, which is your transfer tape. The middle layer is your sticker, and then the back is just obviously a protective layer, which you have to peel off, and that exposes the actual sticker. Try not to get your fingers on it, because that will affect the sticker sticking down. But like I have mentioned before, these stickers are very, very sticky. So first attempt, try and get it exactly where you want it, because once it's down, it's down. And I, again, as usual, go from either the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top, and let it slowly drop down as you're pushing with your card or your squidgy or whatever you use, even your fingers. Make sure that you push up from the bottom and slowly let the sticker down, because that stops any air bubbles from forming under the actual sticker. So there we go. She is sitting nicely on the tray, and I can take off the transfer tape from the top. These stickers are beautiful. I love these stickers. They are so shiny and pretty once you take that transfer tape off. It really is an amazing invention. Whoever invented those, well done, because I love using them. They are so nice to use. So there we go. There is our sticker on, and our hessian is nice and dry. I will let her stand for a little while, probably overnight, just so that she is stuck on properly, and I will start putting on the UV resin. Right, so we are ready to do the first coat of UV resin. I'm starting at the bottom because there is a slight lip between the hessian ribbon and the other half of the tray. So I wanted to just do the bottom section first so that it leveled off with the hessian ribbon, and then I would do the second coat over both, because I didn't want too much of a ridge. Even though there is a slight ridge because the one is higher than the other, I wanted to try and level it off as best I could. I didn't want to use epoxy resin here because I wanted to actually see if the UV resin worked, because otherwise you have to wait 24 hours if you don't have your heat machines. And so I thought, let me try and see if the UV resin works with a thin layer because it's quicker, first of all, and second of all, I was testing it out to see whether it would actually work rather than using epoxy resin. So here I am just getting my heat gun out so that I can give it a little blow off to make sure that it gets rid of any air bubbles in the resin. Already it was taking shape. It was starting to look really sweet with its shiny base on it. And the little heat gun does work. It does take off some of the air bubbles, but I do find this UV resin is not too bad. It doesn't, and it's obviously self-leveling, but it's not too bad. It doesn't produce too many air bubbles. So using the heat gun does help. And I will just add in a couple dollops here and there where it was not thick enough. And there's nothing worse than once your item has dried and has cured and you find that there's a little indentation because one section didn't have enough of the resin. So that's looking good now with all the heat gun wafting, getting rid of the little air bubbles. And here I was just using my long neck lighter just to make sure there was no other air bubbles floating around. Obviously being careful not to touch the hessian because that would burn. So now that little ridge is filled up. I'm just going to go over the actual hessian with a little bit of UV resin just to seal it a little bit, but not to give it a big coat. I just wanted to basically just give it a bit of a sealing so that it didn't absorb too much of the next layer that I was going to put on. So I was basically just giving it a little bit of a coat of the UV resin. You can already see how beautifully that red is shining up. I did forget to mention, and I actually don't think I even filmed that, I went around the rounded edge, you can see, with a red marker, just so that it blended in with the rest of the border of the actual hessian ribbon. You can see it goes around the edges. I'm sorry, I did forget to mention that, and I didn't film it. I don't think I actually filmed it. So that is also what I did. You can see it's done there. So now I'm going to pop it under the UV light for at least 5 minutes because it needs to seal nicely. Right, so there, first coat is done already. It's looking so nice and glossy. And I need to now put another coat on top. It definitely did cure really nice and hard. It wasn't sticky or anything. So I was really happy with how it was actually turning out. It isn't your epoxy resin. It doesn't give as high a gloss as your epoxy resin. The epoxy resin normally gives you almost a glass finish, but it was shiny and it was looking really good. So here I'm just giving the hessian another coat. So I will speed this up again. And I think that this was working out really nicely. It was so nice and shiny. That red from the hessian ribbon was so pretty. It literally was giving it a glass finish with the matte hessian underneath. I was really, really happy with how it was turning out. Just giving the finishing touches here, making sure that all the edges were filled with the UV resin, making sure I didn't have any pockets where the UV resin had sunken into, and making sure that there was no air bubbles, and ready to go under the light for the last time. And I'm sorry, even if I say so myself, I think this tray looks adorable. Absolutely adorable. I love it. I think the hessian worked well on the tray with our little fairy in her little Christmas outfit. She looks absolutely adorable. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think the hessian worked on the tray? If you guys would subscribe, I would really appreciate it. If you give this video a like, it would really help. And again, as normal, until next time, have a great one.